Before we install new tile, we sometimes need to correct an existing floor. In this case, the floor has a gentle slope starting in the middle of the room and extending toward the outside doorway. Measuring with an electronic level within this area, we have determined that floor variations in the slope are 3/4 of an inch to 1 inch at the deepest points. To correct the slope and prepare the room for tile installation, we will use a self-leveling product specially formulated for deeper fills. The following section will show you how to prepare, prime, and level the floor, as well as how long to let the self-leveling product cure before we begin to lay tile. Thoroughly clean the surface of any substance that could prevent the proper bonding of North American Adhesive's NA440 self-leveling topping to the substrate. This includes, but is not limited to, mechanical abrasion, sweeping, vacuuming, and damp mopping of surface. Allow for expansion of product. Use closed-cell foam rubber stripping, weather stripping, to line area around floor wall base. Remember to only line the base area as high as the leveling product will be poured. When the low section of the floor is at a doorway, an L-shaped aluminum angle can be used to form a barrier. This barrier will prevent the liquid leveler from spilling out of the installation area, and it will create an attractive edge when the installed room is approached from outside. Before any self-leveler is applied, a primer should be applied to surfaces to help in bonding the self-leveling material to the existing surface. Refer to North American Adhesive's technical data sheets for proper primer usage based on the substrate. Typically, for absorbent concrete, dilute 1 part of an acrylic primer with 3 parts water. Apply the primer to the prepared substrate using the recommended tool, whether brush or roller. A thin but complete coat of primer should be applied over the entire area to be covered with self-leveler. For a non-absorbent surface, be sure to use a water-based epoxy primer. Mix water and NA440 powder at a ratio of 5.75 to 6 U.S. quarts of water per 50-pound bag. First, pour the required amount of cool, clean water into a clean mixing container, typically at least a pail that holds 5 U.S. gallons. Next, add the NA440 powder while mixing at a low speed, about 450 RPM. Once all water and NA600 powder have been combined, mix the material with a high-speed drill to a homogeneous, lump-free consistency. This typically takes 90 to 120 seconds. Avoid overwatering. The mixing ratio must remain consistent. Before the self-leveling topping is applied, all doors and windows should be closed to prevent drafts, and the installation area should be protected from direct sunlight. In large applications, allow for indirect air circulation. Make sure that concrete substrate and ambient room temperatures are between 50 degrees Fahrenheit and 95 degrees Fahrenheit before application. Temperatures must be maintained within this range for at least 72 hours after the installation of NA440 self-leveling topping. For best results, work as a team with a helper. This will provide a continuous flow of wet material that avoids creating a cold joint, no bond between pores. Set the width of the pore at a distance that is ideal for maintaining a wet edge throughout placement. Starting in low or deeper section, quickly pour the mixed NA440 leveling product onto the properly prepared and primed surface in a ribbon pattern. If a wet edge cannot be maintained, reduce the width of the pour. NA440 has a flow time of about 15 minutes at 73 degrees Fahrenheit, is self-leveling, and can be applied from feather edge to 2 inches in a single application. Temperature and humidity will affect working time, flowability, and setting time. Apply enough material to adequately cover all high spots. Use screws as gauge points to mark the location of high-low variations in the existing floor, which will help in using the leveling product to provide a flat, level surface. It is helpful to wear golf spikes or cleated shoes to avoid leaving footprints on the leveler. Shortly after applying NA440, spread the material with a gauge rake to help place the product at the desired depth. After achieving the desired depth, use a smoother to assist in finishing material to a flat, even surface. Remember that NA440 hardens quickly, within 2 to 3 hours. It is ready to accept installation of ceramic tile and non-moisture sensitive natural stone in as little as 3 to 4 hours. Protect NA440 self-leveling topping from excessive heat or draft conditions during curing. Turn off all forced ventilation and radiant heating systems. Protect the installation for up to 24 hours after completion. Avoid walking on the installed surface for at least 2 to 3 hours after installation, depending upon temperature and humidity conditions. Protect the installation from traffic, dirt, and dust until NA440 is completely cured and final flooring has been installed. Finally, wash hands and tools with water promptly before the material hardens.